Hello traders, this is Mike Billion. Today is December 30, 2015, and let's talk about the market. Let's start with the spider. The spider, as you can see here, is having a good day today. You break out the 50 simple moving average, and it looks like it's gonna go again to 212. Now, the DMI, which is my main indicator, the one that I like, ADX is still very low. It's at 18. It might trend at the beginning of the year and we might get a breakout at 212, but it's at this point low probability. So I'm bullish, but I don't think that this is gonna break right here at 212. So I'm bullish and more neutral. Last few days has been very low volume, so let's see what happens. It looks like it break out right here and it's gonna go again to 212. Now let's talk about another ones. Let's talk about BABA. This is one of my favorites for 2016. The resistance is at $85. You can see here all this resistance, and there is more pushing with volume once we there. Every time has been failing, but we come back and it's very tight. So we might get a nice breakout right here and get to the hundreds. So keep an eye on BABA. I like the stock and I like calls right here because it's having and it's showing some momentum. Now let's talk about another one of my favorites for 2016, Facebook. As you can see here, Facebook it has been trending sideways for many days after earnings reports, and I think it's gonna break out soon the 108 Fibonacci resistance. It break out before, but it didn't confirm the next day. So what you need to wait is for a confirmation. For new traders, confirmation means that it's breakout. Let me show you. It will break out. Let's see. It will break out this. It will break out right here the resistance, and the next day we'll have to print about the highest. So let me zoom this out. So basically you will have to wait until it break out the top of the candle with another candle with good volume. Right now there is no volume. You can see here it's trading 8 million. This is a stock that trades between 20 to 30 million dollars, and it's only trading 8 millions. So this is a confirmation. When I talk about confirmation, is a breakout, and the next day you have a candle that break out the highest of the last day. So that's a confirmation. I like Facebook for long term. You should have some Facebook stock in your portfolio, your long-term portfolio, and I'm gonna play next year Facebook on and on because I think it's one of the most hottest stock. Now let's talk about CAT. I want you to put this one on your watch list because it has been going down, but there is this resistance, and I think we're gonna be getting soon to getting close this to break out here and probably goes to the 90s again. So keep an eye on this one. Use this line, this trend line, to enter long. Support at 64. If you break down 64, this thing it can move down really fast. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I think it's just gonna break out right here and go to the 90s or 80s. So keep an eye on that one. Keep an eye on that in GoPro. GoPro is broken. Some people ask me, oh, GoPro is gonna go back to the 70s, to the 50s. No, it's broken. And when it's broken, what do you do when you have a chart like that? You short every time it goes up, you go short. You just like the VIX. So every time it goes up, get short because this thing is broken and it's bearish. I don't think this is gonna go up from here. So this is one of my good ones to go short for next year. Now let's talk about Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs can be a good stock for next year since the Federal Reserve is raising rates, so it might break out from here. This resistance 185 is my number, which is also this trend line resistance. So if we break out 185 and confirm, it might get to the hundreds really easy and test this level again. So keep an eye on Goldman Sachs for next year. Netflix, again, this one is very hot. It's on an uptrend line, very strong, moving with volume, and it's right here trending down, but it looks like it's just consolidating after a huge move in 2015. I think it's gonna move from here and it's gonna move higher to the 150 or 180s. So keep an eye on this one. The resistance is at 127 and there is a short-term resistance to enter loan with calls, but you should own some Netflix in your portfolio for the stock. Now let's talk about OAS. This is a Oasis Petroleum. Broken. Again, this is broken. It broke down the $8. It looks like it's gonna go to $4. Now, if it comes back about the $8, it'll be hard to trade this one long because it might test again the $18. But for now, it's broken, but you should have it in your portfolio. I also use for trade stock. I use APA, which is Apache Corporation. So put that one in your watch list also. And it has the same pattern like this one. Now let's talk about the last one. Let's talk about Amazon. Amazon, look at this, very strong at resistance 682. I think if it confirms about today's high, this thing can go to the 734, which is the next Fibonacci extension. So keep also an eye on that one for 2016. I think it's really hot. It might come out with a split because it's getting really expensive. Traders, I have a nice promotion on my website. You can join McBillion. It will expire December 31st. So you have 48 hours to enter McBillion for only $299. That's a huge deal. You get my alerts, updates. You can ask me questions. I will mentor you. I will train you. And I will make you a better trader. So happy New Year and trade on.